Dear children, next topic in dictionary is in and not in operator. They are the membership operators. That is, these operators checks whether an element is present in the dictionary or not. So the in operator checks whether a particular key is there in the dictionary. So unlike in our list that checked particular element is present in a list. So in this dictionary, this in operator will check whether a particular key is present in the dictionary and returns true if the element appears in the dictionary. That is, if the key appears in the dictionary, otherwise returns false. So in dictionary, in and not in operator always checks whether a particular key is present in the dictionary. So we have a dictionary A containing keys MON for Monday, value Monday, TU is the key, value Tuesday, WED is key, Wednesday is the value, THU key, Thursday value. Now if we are using the in operator, so THU in A, that is, this in operator will check whether THU is a key in dictionary A. So we know this will check and it will find out that THU is a key in dictionary. So it will return true because THU is a TUE, sorry, not THU, TUE is a key in the dictionary. THU is the key in the dictionary. So it returns true. Now consider the next example, FRI in A. So here FRI is not present in this dictionary, so it returned false. FRI is not in this dictionary, so it returned false. Now next is not in operator. So not in operator will return true only if that element is not present in the dictionary. This will return true only if this element is not in this dictionary. So FRI is not in the dictionary. FRI is not in this dictionary, so it returned true. So in operator will return true if the element is a key in the dictionary. If the particular element is a key in the dictionary, and the not in operator will return true if that particular element is not a key in the dictionary. This will never check any of the values. It will in and not in operator will check only whether a key, whether a value, this item is a key in the dictionary. Key means the in this value, in this element, the first value is the key and the second is the corresponding value. Let us see the different functions and methods that are used in dictionary. So Python provides you with a number of ways to manipulate the dictionary. Let us check out some of the important ones with examples. So the first function is len function. So we know that len function is used to find the length of a dictionary. So len function is used to find the length of the dictionary. This method returns the number of key value pairs in the dictionary. It will count the number of key value pair, that is the each item in a dictionary. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So here 5 key value pairs are there. So len of d1 will be 5. So the syntax is len, that is the length function, in bracket the dictionary whose length is to be found out. So its syntax is len, then in bracket the dictionary, name of the dictionary. Here the name of the dictionary is D1. So len is the length function, then in bracket the argument. So the argument here is the dictionary whose length is to be found out. So here the dictionary is D1. So the length function will count the number of elements, that is number of key value pairs in the dictionary. The next function is clear function. It removes all items from the particular dictionary. So the clear function will delete all elements from the dictionary. So its syntax is, here you can see in the first, here the syntax is function name, then in bracket the name of the dictionary. But in the clear function the syntax is name of the dictionary dot clear, name of the dictionary dot clear. So here the name of the dictionary is D and clear is the function. So we have a dictionary D containing 4 elements. So if we write D dot clear, D is the name of the dictionary. So D dot clear, print D, then it will print an empty dictionary. So there is a dictionary, but there is a dictionary D. There is a dictionary D, but it is empty. There is an object for dictionary D, but it has no values. So clear function will not delete the dictionary. It will just delete the elements in that dictionary. That is, all the elements here will be deleted. All the elements in the dictionary will be deleted. But the dictionary will not be deleted. Dictionary will be there, but it will be empty. Next method is get method. So the get method returns a value for the given key. So if a key is given, then its value will be returned. If key is not available, then returns default value none. So the syntax for get function is dictionary name dot get, inside the get function, that is the argument given is the key, comma default equal to none. So key is the key whose value is to be searched. So key is the key whose value is to be searched, and default is the value to be returned in case the key does not exist. So here the default is given as none. So if the key that we search, if the value which we search is not present in the dictionary, then the value given here will be displayed. Let us consider this example. Here we have a dictionary D1. It has key value pair, that is SUN, Sunday, MON Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 elements. So get function is used to get the value for a particular key. So if we give D1 dot get in bracket, whatever thing that is given inside the bracket is called argument. So inside this get function we have given the argument as key. So the key is WED. So its corresponding value will be returned as output. So the output will be Wednesday. The value corresponding to key WED is Wednesday. So get function will return the value corresponding to the key WED. Now if we write print d1 dot get FRI, that is get function will return the value corresponding to the key FRI. So in our dictionary D1 there is no key named FRI. There is no key FRI. So it will return the value what is given as default. So here by default we have given here none. So it will return the output as none. So since we do not give any value here, default value has not been given, so the default value will be none. If we do not give any value, any parameter as the any value for default, then the default value will be none. Suppose here if we change it as d1.get FRI comma, for default we give the value never, then the output will be given as never because there is no key FRI present in our dictionary D1. So D1 dot get MON comma never will give Monday because MON is present in the dictionary. So it will return the value. If that key is not present, then it will return the default value that it has given. Next function is items function. Items function returns the content of a dictionary as a list of tuples having key value pairs. So the item function returns the key value pairs in the form of list in which a single key value is enclosed as. So tuple is always enclosed in parenthesis. So you can see the syntax for items function is dictionary name dot items, dictionary name dot items. So you can see that our dictionary is D. It has key value pair, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this much key value pairs are there. Now if we write d dot items, our items function, that is the name of the dictionary dot items, it will return the output as a list. So list is always enclosed in square brackets. You can see here square brackets. List is always enclosed in square brackets. So this is a list. In this list, each item of the list is a tuple. Tuple is always enclosed in parenthesis. So this is parenthesis. These type of brackets are called parenthesis. So tuple is always enclosed in parenthesis. So in this list, each key value pair is enclosed in the form of tuple. Each key value pair is in the form of tuple, and whole of the elements of the dictionary is in the form of a list. So the item function will return a list containing the elements of the key value pairs in the form of tuple. So the elements of the list are the key value pairs of the dictionary, and each key value pair is in the form of tuple. So you can see each key and its value is a tuple. This is another tuple. This is another tuple. This is another tuple, and this one is another tuple. So each key and its value is a tuple in this items function, output of the items function, and whole of the tuples are enclosed in square brackets. That is, all of the tuples are elements of a list. So next function is the keys function. So the keys function returns a list of the key values in a dictionary. Key values in a dictionary. So all the key values will be returned by the keys function. So its syntax is dictionary name dot keys. That is, D is the dictionary name dot keys. For example, we have the dictionary D containing key value pairs 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements. And if we write the function D dot keys, then it will return the output as dict keys in bracket the keys in the dictionary, that is Sunday, MONTUEWEDTHU. All the keys will be given. So SUN is the key, MONTUEWEDTHU. So these are the collection of keys in the dictionary D. So D dot keys function will return the keys in the dictionary. And all the functions, the output of all the functions is a list. You can see the output is a list containing the keys. It returns a list containing list of the keys. So the output is always a list. Now the next function is values function. So as this keys function returns the keys in the dictionary, the values function returns the values in that dictionary. So its syntax is, it returns the list of values from the key value pair in the dictionary. So its syntax is dictionary name dot values. For us, we have the dictionary D. We know that in this dictionary the values are Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So these are the values. So if we write D dot values, the values function will return a list. You can see here square bracket. Values function returns a list. You can see here square bracket. The values are enclosed in square bracket, so the output is a list. So the values function returns a list of values from the key value pair. That is, from this key value pair, all the values are collected and a list is formed. So the values function returns a list containing the values from the key value pair. Okay, thank you children.